like you mentioned the first day we met, she's a cocktail of emotions. Um, I want to speak a little bit in Spanish as well.
Sí, go
Para
ahead.
mi gente que nos está escuchando en español, este personaje nuevo, Lily, es un gran placer que Gloria me lo haya traído a mis manos, porque Lily she's a cocktail of emotions. Lily es un cóctel de emociones. And it's really important as an actor to play with these amazing, you know, ups and downs, human characters. And that to me is so important, you know, as to challenge also. And thank you for having me, for considering me, and I hope everyone loves Lily. Espero que todos que están viendo o que vayan a ver el show December 17th on Amazon enjoy Lily as much as I love Lily.
So let's go back to when you got this audition, Emeraude.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
So I got this audition and immediately I read it and I loved it. I was like, oh my God, like these words kind of flowed in my mouth. Let me tell you, Gloria, I mean, writes beautifully. And it just, you know, it's great when you have a great writer writing great things, and it just makes it easier. And I read it. I said, I'm going to self-tape for myself. I think for all the fellow actors that are watching, sometimes we try so hard to do what others want, you know, and I think we need to focus on ourselves and what we want to do as actors and how we want to see the character. And that's, I felt what I did with Lily. What is the character I want to see? How do I want to play Lily? And that's what I did. I did the audition for me. And it worked, you know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And this one just was the right fit.
Agree. And Goldie agrees too. I heard
Goldie agrees. Yes,
Goldie was barking. Emeraude's beautiful little puppy that was around the set all the time.
She did. She came every now and then. And she's such a support, you know. Sometimes you're working long hours on set and, you know, you have an hour during lunch to kind of just reconnect, rest, make sure you have the energy to keep going. And having Goldie next to me, cuddling with her is just, it's just great. I'll bring her right now.
We love it. Thank you, everyone who's here today to hear us talk about With Love. We got Germany, we've got Asia, we've got wonderful Brazil.
Hola, hola.
So many amazing
Sharon.
people. Let us know where you're watching from.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Some Arabic over here. Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Isabel, yes. Isabel is still in my heart. Never forget Isabel. Argentina, Brazil.
So much emoción, sí, qué emoción aquí también.
France.
So what the first scene we shot was in the wine shop, right?
It was
in the wine shop.
Yes, and you were wearing your little astronaut helmet. I'm gonna show
that photo.
You guys,
I should break that. I don't know where it is. I think I left
it in
the trailer.
Remind me to send it to you. I have my little With Love folder.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys, it was the height of COVID, which, you know, is very, for a creator like me, I'm very, I think my style is, I don't know, I guess you could tell, Emeraude, but I like to think it's sort of maternal, you know, like I like to get in there. I like to talk to them. I like to get with the actors. So this was so hard to have a mask and a shield. We wanted to protect everyone on our set. And so we were wearing masks and shields. And what was that like for you? Was this the only show that you shot during COVID?
No, I shot another movie, a holiday movie as well.
Oh, that's
during
right.
COVID.
That's right.
But it was like the Amazon was so good with all the COVID restrictions to make sure everyone was safe, the actors and people behind camera, which I completely admire so much. That, you know, their safety is the most important thing. But yes, it's hard sometimes. Like, you're wearing the mask and you're wearing the shield, and sometimes it's so crazy how your mouth moves is so much of how we understand what you're saying. And when you would come up and give notes, it was like, what? I don't understand what you're saying. So, you know, you have to sometimes lift the mask to kind of like listen and hear like what people are saying. But it was, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel it was so magical, because I don't know if it's, every episode is a holiday, a different holiday. So that kind of reflects with the energy and the ambiance and how everyone feels. Like, everyone just feels extra special during Christmas, right? Everyone feels extra special during Valentine's Day. So it's just the energy that, you know, you're constantly shooting around a holiday.
What was your favorite holiday to shoot?
Well, can I talk about any of them?
All the holidays we can talk about.
Okay, so I really I don't think that Dia de los Muertos is showcased in maybe at all in our TV world, in our entertainment world. It's starting to become popular because people are realizing how beautiful it is and the tradition behind it, and that's why people are connecting. So Dia de los Muertos and doing my face like Katrina, it kind of made me reconnect with who I am and where I'm from. And it's really nice to see that on camera. So definitely Dia de los Muertos was my favorite episode to shoot.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I think with the exception of Coco, I cannot think of another.
Right, Coco, you're right. Coco, I mean, how that really, I feel Coco really helped. I'm Mexican, so it really just helped expand, you know, this magical world that Mexico is. Yes, and I kind of just, it was a big door that was left open for us to continue, you know, getting to that level.
Yes. And then, you know, this show is also very American in terms of these are American Latinos living in Portland, Oregon. I picked Portland on purpose because that's where I grew up. And people would always say, you're from Portland. They think Latinos are only in Los Angeles, New York, and Miami, I think.
Right.
And we're everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was really important to have it there and also to have a place with seasons. So I'm so curious because we have so many international fans. So international fans, the show is going to come out in February for you. So it is coming. It's going to be on all Amazon Prime platforms in February. But so you'll be able to celebrate your holidays with the Diaz family then. But
Great.
yes, it will be in the US December 17th. Okay. And we want everyone to be tweeting and giving love to the show so that we can get many seasons and explore many other cultures. You know, we also talk about the other characters on the show, Em.
Yes, I just want to repeat what you said in Spanish for everyone watching in Spanish. So wait, just to be clear, the show is only coming out in the US or is it also coming out worldwide but not in the language? Like
I believe it is domestic only December 17th and worldwide in February.
Okay. Para todos los que nos están viendo, el show With Love va a salir solamente en Estados Unidos el 17 de diciembre, pero va a salir mundialmente en febrero. Así que necesitamos que nos apoyen, que lo vean para que hayan muchas temporadas y que puedan vivir con estos personajes por mucho tiempo. Así que
eso.
Necesitamos apoyo. Thank you. About the characters, wow. It's really nice to be on a show where the cast is Latino and it's an elevated show. It's a rom-com. It's sexy. It's vibrant. It's real and grounded. And I love my family. Like I feel my mom and dad and Jorge, which is my brother on the show, we're just so tight. And as a child, I feel no matter what ethnicity you are, we always have this kind of we feel committed to making sure that we're making our parents proud. So we really work really hard. And if they want this, we know we kind of want to do what they say. So I feel Lily with her family, she's kind of learning new traditions. She's kind of deciding what she wants for herself, but she still, is somewhat, you know, at a crossroads on, you know, she sees her mom and her dad, you know, appear to have this great relationship. And that's what she's looking for in life. And then, you know, she sees her brother as well, you know, kind of getting it, you know, he does have this relationship. And she, in a way, she starts having that relationship too, and then realizes it's not what she wants. She needs to start making the decisions for herself with some approval of her family. So we know we're going to see that journey, right? What decisions, you know, when does she fall? When does she get up? How does she still make her parents proud? You know, and I think that is going to be really, really interesting and so relatable for everyone watching.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's so great too, that this is a second generation kid. So it's talking about that these are people who have been able to build generational wealth, because the grandparents came and then the children were able to do better. And now the grandchildren are able to do better, which is what you are on the show. And so what was it like working with two different generations, you being the third?
Yes. Oh, it's just wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful because they're great actors. You know what I mean? It's wonderful
Mm.
because, you know, we have Renee Victor, who is an incredible actor. Then you have Constance Marie, you know, who played Selena's, Jennifer Lopez's mom, Selena's mom, one of my ultimate favorite movies, and I think of many people and of
Mm.
many Americans and of many Latinos.
Mm.
So just to be surrounded by these incredibly talented women was just you know, it's just so, I'm so thankful and so grateful to be living and doing what I've always dreamed of. So it's nice, you know, it's nice to show all these different generations and how we are all slightly different, and how we learn, how my grandma learns from Lily and how I learned from my grandma. You know what I mean? I'm lucky enough to have my grandma, my mom, and myself. We're all living right now in the same house, so it's a little bit
Oh
hectic
my
sometimes.
gosh, I love it.
Sometimes, yeah, I think it's time for them to leave, and sometimes, no, I don't want them to leave. So it's just, you know, it's just, I just feel it mirrors the world, how we all are with our families, no matter what ethnicity or what generation or what it's just gonna really resonate with everyone that's gonna watch.
We have a question from Audrey W1. If you could
Yes.
describe With Love in one word, what would it be?
Timeless. That's how
Ooh,
timeless.
I like
Yeah.
timeless.
I think that a movie about love and about family is always going to be timeless, and that's what this show is. So I would say timeless.
Oh my gosh. Then what do you think? This is from the Derek Garcia. What about your character is really going to resonate with girls?
I think, you know, no one's perfect, and that's what's so cool, that she makes
Mm.
so many mistakes, and every time she makes a mistake, she learns from it. So we all have to remember, you know, we have to learn from our mistakes. And I feel, you know, she's navigating love. The way maybe we find love today is different from how it used to be, but we all still want it. We all still want love. We all still want to be hugged. We all still want that partner to make us feel all the butterflies in our tummy. So I feel every girl from the world is gonna wants what Lily wants, you know, and how she just navigates through life, how she, I don't know, meets different boys. Sometimes she doesn't value some of them, and
Mm-hmm.
how sometimes appearances are not really what they are. Blah blah blah. There's just so much, so much. If I can just, you know, put the whole show in like one sentence, it just doesn't work. You just have to see it to really experience and live everything that I guess my character is going through.
I also love that she's not perfect and struggles with perfection. I think she's really
Yeah.
trying to be perfect for her family because she knows how much work they've put into her being where she is, but she's making mistakes, and that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes.
Yes. Yes, I mean, our family just, you know, really works hard to give their children, you know, the best life. So
Mm-hmm.
how do we, you know, thank our parents is by doing kind of, you know, what they're hoping for us to do, and how to follow their footsteps and follow the traditions. And sometimes it's not like that anymore, right? Sometimes traditions change, and, you know, like me, like when I find love, I'm Emeraude is very traditional. I like for the guy to come to me. I like for the guy to call me. But nowadays, you know, it's like it if a girl goes up to a guy, like, good for her,
Yeah.
right? Like that is
Yeah.
also like, you know, that's also valued and commended, right? And now, but maybe that's something like, if I would have told my mom would be like, oh, girls like you don't do that. But is she really, you know, is she right? Is she wrong? If there's a fine
There's no
line
rules.
between, there's
I mean,
no
I don't
rules.
know
That's
if there
right.
are
There's no
rules.
rules. There's no rules. You write your own rules in
You
life,
write your
ladies.
own rules.
You
I
write your
agree.
own rules. Yes.
I agree. Okay, Jemima0001 wants to know favorite scene to film in With Love.
Favorite scene to film.
Yes.
You know, I really loved working with Hiromi Kamata. She is a Mexican director. And there was a scene where Lily is saying bye to a certain place in her heart. And she's kind of remembering how much she worked to get there, and how it's time for her to move on. So that was one of my favorite scenes to shoot, episode 4. Yeah.
Hmm. That's correct. Oh, I didn't know that that was one of your favorites.
Okay, I'll stop saying so much. I'll stop.
I
saying
love it. I love it.
You know.
So Zara Kazi 0516 wants to know what your favorite rom-com is.
Jennifer Lopez in Monster-in-Law. Jennifer Lopez,
Really?
Jane Fonda.
That's your favorite romantic comedy?
Well, I mean,
Monster
one of them.
I mean,
yes.
I'm not. No hate.
I really like Monster. I mean, well, Monster-in-Law, because I feel J-Lo has opened so many doors for girls like me in roles that are just not, what you typically expect from a Latina. And I feel she's done that, and I commend her for doing that. Another rom-com that I love is Some Like It Hot with obviously Marilyn Monroe.
Nice.
I can watch it over and over again, and I still don't get tired of seeing it. So yeah, Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe. I know your favorite is probably When Sally Met Harry.
When Harry met Sally. Oh my God, Emeraude. That is.
See, but nowadays you have to have the woman's name
When
first,
Sally met
right?
Harry. Yeah. Yeah. No, When Harry Met Sally is 100% my favorite rom-com. I love it.
Yes.
I think it's the perfect movie.
Yes.
So one day we'll get to this movie.
Saludos a Victoria, Tamaulipas. Saludos, Sweden.
We have Honduras.
Sí.
So many wonderful people coming. Ana. So many wonderful people coming to say hi. Okay. Some more. Who was the funniest to work with, Em?
Who's the funniest? Oh my God, Desmond. Desmond, who plays Nick on the show. He's just I mean, everyone. I have to say everyone, but Desmond he's just so funny. He recently also uploaded some stuff on Instagram, and he's so beautifully weird, and you're just laughing every time, and just so fun and easy to work with.
I know. He's so sweet. It's such a good cast. It's also a very attractive cast. You got to flirt with some cuties.
Yeah. Lily Guy is pretty lucky.
She's pretty lucky. So what else? What are other fun things that we can talk about without giving away? You guys don't worry. After the show is out, Em and I will do another one of these so we can talk specifically because we have to talk in code.
Yes.
But
we want you guys to enjoy it, right? We don't want to give any too big of a spoiler so you guys don't really know what's happening.
That's right. That's right. We're telling you just we're trying to give you a little soupçon, a little taste so that you're intrigued and so that you guys will talk amongst yourselves about it. And then when it comes out, we really want you to talk, to engage with us about it. We really do want to hear from you and hear about this beautiful love story. For me, there's we have one episode that starts with a wordless, it's like a wordless 2-minute short film. At the beginning of episode 4. Yeah. And it's so, for me, it's one of my favorite things that I've ever shot, because not only is it, I will say that the amazing Afro-Latino Benny Moré, Afro-Cuban singer from long ago, has this beautiful song, Como Fue. And I've been wanting to use it. I used it once in One Day at a Time, and we got to use it again. And it just is the perfect song for this perfect moment. So I'm so excited for you guys to see that.
I was able to watch the screeners. You guys, just for those of you who don't know, we get basically the episodes before we start press. We're doing press all next week, so we're getting ready for that. And as I'm seeing the episodes with my mom and my grandma, they're singing every song. So it's crazy how they don't understand. My mom or my grandma don't speak English, but even though they don't understand a lot what I'm saying, they love the music, and I love the music. And I think you have an incredible taste in music, because it's music, the ultimate holiday probably #1 hit for years. And then you have very tasteful, true, authentic, Latino songs that we all remember. I feel music really just reminds us of a special moment in our life, and that's why it's so important. And that's why we become fans of all these singers, right? Because they just connect with us in special moments in our lives. And I just, you know, every time that song came up, my grandma was singing it and my mom was singing it. And, you know, it was just really nice to see how they were just really enjoying your song selections on our,
oh, that's so
our
nice to hear. Yes,
Yes.
we had I really wanted, because this show really came out of, you know, 2 years of seeing, you know, Black, brown, indigenous and queer bodies consistently in trauma. And I really wanted to give a salve, a something healing for all of these communities, especially for the holidays, so that people would feel like, oh my gosh, we're coming out of this difficult thing that we have been going through this 2 years, where collectively as a planet, we've been experiencing this collective trauma. So being able to put Latinos at the center of the story, not the best friend. And for many of you that are from other countries, I think you can probably relate to not feeling yourself as the center of the story, especially when you're watching American television. So to be able to have Emeraude be the lead, not the best friend, the lead, to have, you know, Rome Flynn, who's Afro-Cuban, be the lead, to have Mark and Delicado be the lead, to have Vincent Rodriguez be the lead. You know, all of these people are the center of the story.
And not only that, Gloria, but also ages, right? Like as women, sometimes we feel when we get to a certain age, we're no longer the lead, we're no longer important in the story. And this show showcases 3 generations, 3 different ages of women as lead characters. And I think that's important. I think, you know, we need that kind of representation. And I feel this show does it beautifully, because we get to see all these beautiful characters in the lead role, doing a sexy rom-com about love.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have your character, then your mother's character is Constance Marie, is in her 50s with Benito Martinez, and they are gorgeous, sexy people in their 50s. And then we have legend Pepe Serna and Renee Victor, who are in their 70s plus. They won't tell us exactly how old they are. They're ageless. They're
ageless. Exactly.
They're timeless, like the show. And you're right. We get to see all of them be gorgeous, be glamorous, be beautiful, and then have a soundtrack that is, I'm so happy you said timeless, because the soundtrack, a lot of the soundtrack is soul B-sides from the 70s. A lot of good soul. So the show has a lot of love and soul, and we're so excited. Let's do one.
I like that. The show has a lot of love and soul.
Eso.
I like that. I like that.
Eso. All right. We are wrapping it up. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Please follow the With Love on Prime account to get more behind the scenes. We're also going to be doing some giveaways. Some merch, some swag.
I love that. I love that.
And we will send international.
Gracias. Sigan la cuenta para que tengan toda la información. Vamos a hacer algunos regalitos también. We have our premiere, our red carpet premiere. If you guys want like inside scoops on everything that's happened on the carpet, inside the party. Si quieren ver lo que está pasando en la alfombra roja, en la fiesta, sigan por favor la cuenta de With Love. You know, you're going to find out first here on the With Love Instagram. Van a saber primero aquí. Así que if you guys want to know more about us, about our characters, about the show, about the marvelous Gloria, follow us, síganos.
Thank you all. Thank you, my sweet Emeraude. I will see you soon.
Nos vemos. Cuídense. Thank you, Gloria.
Hasta luego.
Bye bye a todos.
Thank you all.